Are you nervous? Yeah. We're both nervous. She's excited, but she's super nervous. All right. See. All right, you all, so this video hopefully will give you some better insight on what it's like to fly as an unaccompanied minor, also known as your child flying alone or a minor child flying alone. We actually travel, or have my daughter travel with United Airlines, and this is the process. We were not comfortable with it at first, but traveling and flying with all of the kids is a bit expensive, so we tried the unaccompanied minor, and this is how it works. All right, so once we get into the airport, don't be like me. I went straight to TSA thinking I can get right in, and I wasted about 45 minutes to an hour in line just to be told that we had to get out this long line here and walk over to the unaccompanied minor and in-cabin pets check-in, and we literally almost missed our flight due to this. Of course, luckily, the lady at the desk was very helpful and she helped get us through faster. But yes, please keep in mind, if it's your first time having your child travel, you have to go over to the unaccompanied minor desk. They don't tell you this. I didn't see that. So yes, you don't just go through security. You gotta go to the unaccompanied minor check-in. And at this area, this is where they're gonna take a picture of your child, give them a banner, not a banner, I'm sorry, scan them, give them everything they need, and give you an envelope, which you'll see in my hand shortly. You'll see a little envelope. It's gonna have all her information in it, and that's gonna tell the airlines who she's going to. And this is us trying to walk as fast as we can through the airport because her flight literally starts boarding in less than 15 minutes. So we getting through this airport because we can't miss this flight at this point. It was Thanksgiving, so we're trying to get through it. All right, so we finally got to the back. Ooh, after all of that, we finally got to the back, right to where it's time to board. But they're having her board last. So apparently, if you are an unaccompanied minor, they let everyone else board first, unless it's just us today or on this day. They scan her wristband. Again, there's the envelope that I have to give to them, and she's a little nervous because she's like, look, I'm really about to get on this plane like by myself. As you can see, they also tagged her bag. And now we're just waiting. They're letting everyone else board, and she's just waiting patiently. So it's finally time for her to board. They're taking her on to the attendant that's going to be on with her. So as she boarded the plane, I'm texting her like, hey, are you sitting by yourself? I really wanted to know how it goes. Do you actually sit with an attendant the whole time? Are you by yourself? So she's like, I'm okay. No, the attendant's not here. She was actually sitting next to another child that was also an unaccompanied minor flying alone, again, from Texas to Florida. Yeah, and this is they're leaving, and I'm just waiting like, oh my goodness, my big girl is on a flight by herself. I would have never done that at her age, when I was that age. So yes, they do tell you that you have to stay until it actually pulls off. All right, I got her dad to kind of chip in and get a video as she was coming. Yay, she did it. This is her landing in Florida, going to her dad. Yeah. All right, and this is me a week later. Khalees stayed in Florida from a Sunday to a Sunday. This is me headed back to the airport to pick her up. Also, I'm not sure if I mentioned it earlier in the video, but anytime we travel or if I have to do something like this, drop Khalees off to the airport, or if we all take a flight to Florida or wherever we're gonna go, I do not park at the airport. It's a bit too expensive. We park at the Fast Park and Relax. You literally pull in, scan your confirmation code. They're gonna tell you exactly where to park, and literally as soon as you're parking, the shuttle's right there pulling behind you, ready to take you to your terminal. It's a lot more convenient and a lot more affordable. We stayed in Florida for almost a week, and I paid less than $40 to park here. I believe it's between maybe $4 to $6 a day. So hopefully that helped you out. And she did it again. This is me grabbing her. It was just too busy. I was actually late, a little late picking her up, so I didn't get to record. I was kind of running through, but I got her, and we are going back to the shuttle. As you can see, they're already waiting outside. And yeah, here we are, just chilling, going back to the vehicle. Like, your experience with the attendants on the plane, like, how was it?
It was good. Like, they were, they have you wait for everybody else to get on, everybody else to board the plane, then they'll take you, they'll give you a map, like, kind of like a map where those things in the back of the chairs, they'll tell you, like, what to do when you get on. Mm-hmm. They'll show you, like, they have manuals in there, too. But, emergency exit manuals, too. Uh-huh. That's what's there. And then they'll ask you, like, every 30 minutes or so, they'll come and check on you, ask you if you need something to eat, something to drink, and then they also come back when they have the snack card. So overall, it was nice to have them there. And I told you I was sitting next to a kid that was also living here down here and was in Florida.
Mm-hmm. So they don't like give you no crazy attention. Basically, they play check in and make sure you're good, but they don't sit with you or anything at all.
I mean, there was like where I was sitting, there was already people like back there, but they must have put me in the back of the plane because we're closer to the attendants.
Oh, so both times y'all was in all the way in the back of the plane?
Yeah.
Okay. Did they ever ask you, like, I know when I checked you in, they didn't ask, but when you got checked in Florida, did they ask if you prefer a window or aisle seat?
No, I was sitting in the aisle seat because the flight attendant wanted Mark or the little boy to sit. He wasn't little, but they wanted him to sit in the middle. So I was sitting in the middle seat, like for the first bit, but we didn't even get to take off before I switched this time.
Okay. So overall, you feel safe and secure when you fly as an unaccompanied minor? Yeah?
Yeah.
So what advice do you have for any children or teenagers that might be flying for the first time alone without their parents?
If you get motion sickness, like I get car sick, so they all, like in gift shops, I know they have these like little things that like you can buy. I don't know like if it's like solid, if it's a liquid, I don't know what it is, but it helps with your motion sickness. Make sure your devices are fully charged. If you are afraid of heights, do not sit by the window seat, or if you're sitting by the window seat, don't have the shade open. Mm-hmm. And if you like have social anxiety or don't like talking to people, you don't have to talk to the people that you're sitting next to.
Yeah.
And try not to cause any problems, like try not to have your music too loud, or try not to like be hogging all the space and stuff.
And what about the sharing your location thing? Do you feel that's necessary? Sharing the location with your parents?
Yeah, sharing your locations and air tags. I heard air tags only go like 800 feet, but you wouldn't be, I don't think it would be that far. So some people like to waste their money on those. If you want to get an air tag, get an air tag. If you share your location, sharing your location is better, just overall. Or having something
it. Hopefully, Khalees and I gave you all some more insight on what it's like flying as an unaccompanied minor on United Airlines. I don't believe we mentioned it in this video, but the fee is $250 if you're flying United. I thought I was paying $250 for an attendant to actually sit with her and be with her. But as Khalees mentioned, the flight attendants do not sit with them the whole time. They kind of sit them towards the back, closer to where the attendants are, and maybe sit them closer with maybe another child or children that are also flying alone. But yes, again, in our case, because we do have 6 children, it is a bit expensive to fly all of the children. So we considered this, and it actually worked out. Khalees is a pretty smart, mature young lady, so she handled herself very well. We have more videos coming like this about relocating and just different tips to kind of make your transition easier if you are looking to relocate as well. Thanks for watching.